Bissonette. Come on out here, Greg. Where you at? Oh, the things you don't know that's going on behind the scenes. Don't anybody leave. They got some shit going down. Let me tell you something. It's a beautiful thing. Get over here, you young thing, you. Just saying.
Thank you so much. How's everybody doing? All right, I got to talk fast because I have a lot to say here. May 8th. He's standing right here, son. Hey, Bob. Bob. May 8th, 1952. In New York City, New York. History of popular music, bass guitar, and the soul of mankind got a lot better. Because that's when my dear pal Bob Glaub came into the world. Bob Glaub! Bob's family moved to LA in 1954, and the rest is history. So I first had the great pleasure and joy of recording and touring with Bob in the early 80s when I moved here. And I think the first time that we recorded together was with our dear, great friend, legendary engineer, producer, who just so sadly passed away. God rest the soul of Mr. Ed Cherney. How about a hand for Ed Cherney? We had a blast. We made great music and we laughed a lot. You always laughed a lot with Ed Cherney, right? But even before that, the first time I got to experience Bob's soulful, fat bass groove was when we played in the Hang Dynasty. You remember that? With Scotty Page and Mike Finnegan. Good little keyboard player, that Mike Finnegan. Bob's amp was right next to my hi-hat, and instead of staring out in the audience like so many musicians do, Bob turned and stared, looked right at my eyes. I'm going, oh my gosh, Bob Glaub, staring right at me here. And he just played the baddest, right smack dab in the middle of the beat bass groove. So we were instantly bros for life. But I think what even impressed me more about Bob was the way he treated my drum tech of 18 years, my dad, Bud. The VW contingent. My dad was always a great judge of character, and after every session or live gig Bob and I would do, he would always say to me in his Detroit accent, "That Bob Glaub's good people. You're good people, Bob. You're good people." And how about this? I know you've got some stuff in your program, but I just want to read off a few of Bob's accomplishments. How about playing on John Lennon's rock and roll album? Several songs. Jackson Brown, The Pretender. Somebody's Baby, and toured a lot, and just finished a 5-year tour with Jackson after a 25-year hiatus. How about this? Rod Stewart's Tonight's the Night and Forever Young. Now you might not have known this about disco Bob Glaub, but Last Dance, Donna Summer. Hot stuff, baby, Bob Glaub, Dim All the Lights. Lots of recording and touring with Linda Ronstadt, Stevie Nicks, Steve Perry, Oh Sherry, Bob played bass, that song, and many others. Foolish Heart played on that. How about Don Henley's Last Worthless Evening? Bob Glaub and Stan Lynch, what a combination. I dare you, go to YouTube tonight and type in Don Henley, Last Worthless Evening. Listen to the bass, Bob Glaub and Stan Lynch on drums. You'll just go, oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm going over here. Glenn Fry, Crosby, Stills Nash, and Crosby, Stills Nash and Young. Bonnie Raitt, Percy Sledge, John Fogerty, Carole King, Dwight Yoakam, Neil Diamond, Leonard Cohen, Dolly Parton, Cher, Bob Seger, Taj Mahal, Randy Newman, Rodney Crowell, the Bee Gees, Ringo Starr, Bob Dylan, the Doobie Brothers' Journey, Bruce Springsteen, Jerry Lee Lewis, Bon Jovi, and hundreds of others. How about that? So I'm almost done. My brother Matt texted me from the road today and said, I always play the Bob Glaub signature Lakeland bass, but I never sound as good as the real man himself. That's what he said. I asked our dear friend and legendary drummer, Stan Lynch, to say a few words about his pal, our pal Bob, from his beautiful white sand beach of St. Augustine, Florida, yesterday. And he's a very eloquent man. He writes lyrics with Don Henley. He's got to be eloquent. So here's what Stan Lynch had to say, and here we go. Bob's a once-in-a-lifetime friend. He's native to LA, and I'm a hick. But when I got here in the 70s and had the luck to meet him, it felt like I'd known him my whole life. He smiles a lot. I love that about him. Some of my all-time brutal laughs have been dealt by Bobby. He's helped me, consoled me, and counseled me, let me stay at his house and eat his food. He's talked me off the ledge a few times too. Advice from Bob is legit, and he's honest. He is without guile. Now, let me mention another thing about him. Oh yeah, he's a highly skilled musician who plays the bass really, really well. He's a student of the instrument, and he's spent a lifetime loving and learning great music. He's done endless homework and tons of heavy lifting, more than enough to make the sophisticated look easy. He worships the feel of the groove and knows what it takes to make the music move. There's a couple types of musicians. There's transmitters and receivers. Bob's a receiver. He listens before he jumps. That's his gift to anyone who's lucky enough to get to play with him. I've had the pleasure a few times, and believe me when I tell you, he's a drummer's best friend. This is Sam again still. I asked him at the gig, what we did once, do you work out your parts, or do you ever wing it? He tuned, looked me straight in the eye and said, I play every note. And that he does. He's mastered the instrument, his musicianship, well, is deep, his toolbox considerable, his taste impeccable. I have so much respect for him, and no one deserves this honor more than the star of the show, Mr. Dynamite, Bob Glaub.
Thank you so very much. That's a pretty tough act to follow right there. So thank you, Greg, for that. That was an amazing introduction. I can't thank you enough, and I'd like to congratulate all tonight's recipients. I brought some notes because I'm not as good as Greg at this, but I'd like to thank my friend Shane Fontaine for inducting me. He's here tonight with his lovely wife, Maria. Thank my family who's sitting right at the front here, my daughters and their wonderful husbands. Thanks for being there with me. You know, I couldn't do this without you. They're my rocks. Their mom is here. She was sitting here, but she disappeared. My longtime girlfriend and partner got sick and couldn't make it tonight, and she and my ex-wife, I don't like to use that expression, they're best friends, so they would have been sitting together. But anyway, let's see. I haven't heard anyone thank their mom and dad, so I'm going to thank my mom and dad for, never turning down the radio and never making me turn the record player off when I was playing everything from Little Richard to Fats Domino to Jimi Hendrix, you know, our Experienced album, like for the 500th time in a row while I was staring at the album. And let's see, I'd like to thank my friends from junior high who let me join their band and put their trust in me. They let me join their band just on the virtue of me buying a bass and asking them if I could join their band. You know, that was it. No skill set, none whatsoever. I went, well, maybe I can do that. They didn't have a bass player, so I'll always be thankful to them for trusting me. My high school music teacher, Bill Paney, he was really instrumental in taking a chance and recruiting me to be in the high school jazz band. And he took a chance on that because I didn't know what I was doing, but he invited me over to his house a lot to listen to jazz records and smoke cigarettes with him. So not politically correct now. A teacher invited a student to in public high school to smoke cigarettes. He said it was cool that I'd come do that as long as I would stop smoking weed in high school. If he caught me smoking weed, I'd get kicked out of the band. So that didn't work out so great, but you know, I got a lot of confidence by being in that band. So let's see, my buddy Ricky Eckstein was here, my best friend of over 50 years. I don't know if he's still here, but thanks for, you know, sharing life with me. And you know, all the ups and downs, mostly ups. We've had a few downs. And So I'm going to share a short story. I'll try and make it quick. In 1971, I'd been out of high school for a couple of years. I was kind of floundering around. I didn't know what I was going to do. My band broke up. I started hitchhiking around Europe with a buddy. I kind of got lost wandering around for 7 months because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to be when I grew up. So I just kept wandering around. I didn't come home for over 7 months, but right before I came home, and I hadn't played bass that whole time. I kind of gave it up. I brought a little acoustic guitar with me on the trip. But right before I came home, I had a chance to watch TV one night at a relative's house. And on the TV, I saw the concert for Bangladesh, George Harrison's famous concert for Bangladesh. Yeah. And in that concert, I don't know if he's here still or backstage, the drummer on that was Jim Keltner, wherever you are, my dear friend. I hope he's in here to hear me say this. But anyway, Jimmy Keltner was there. And then another musician, Jesse Ed Davis, who I'd seen a lot, played with Taj Mahal at a little blues club in LA called Ash Grove. So I saw them play, and I was just floundering around. I just looked at the TV, I saw the whole concert, and I went, I want to do that. And I don't know how it happened, but it was very fortuitous. About 10 months later, I moved to, my friends moved out and rented a house in Venice. Like 5 of my best buddies, they rented a house, and it was right behind Jesse Ed Davis's house. And I met him. We became really close friends really fast. He kind of mentored me, befriended me. He asked me one night to play on his album on a moment's notice, come down to the studio with a bass. And he put his trust and belief in me, which gave me a lot of confidence. And when I went down to the studio, that same drummer, Jimmy Lee Keltner, was there. And I couldn't have been more nervous, 20 years old, but it got me my start. Those guys gave me a lot of confidence to start playing and keep doing what I'm still doing to this day. So let's see, I'm floundering now. I'm turning into Ralph Cramden, like I said, I would so yeah, they may have dropped my name a few times. Through that, I met Jackson Brown, came to a little club gig, and 45 years later, not to date myself too much, I'm still recording with him and doing gigs with him. And he's probably my longest time music collaborator and friend. So I want to thank those guys, Jesse Ed Davis, Jim Keltner, a great bass player, 2 great bass players, Wolfgang Meltz, bass player named Tim Drummond, an amazing drummer named Danny Richmond, who played with Charles Mingus. I got a chance to play with in 1973 on the road, and they just, and Jackson and Linda Ronstadt, and they all just kind of gave me the confidence by believing in me just to be myself and not try and sound like anyone else, which I think I was guilty of trying to do, emulate my favorite bass players at the time. So I kind of stopped that. So just in closing, if I deserve any kind of award or accolade, my daughter's smiling, laughing at me, so I'm going to have to look over you, Rachel. If I deserve any kind of award or accolade, I'm going to echo my dear friend Ed Cherney, who passed away this week. Probably most people in this room knew of him. And he said a very similar thing, that if I deserve any accolade at all, it's that I've been able to make a living as a freelance bass player for almost 50 years, which is kind of a running joke, but I'm still learning how to do it. And that's the only award I deserve, besides, showing up and doing my best every day, whether it's on stage or in the studio and serving the music and serving the artists. It's kind of all I do, and be honest and giving, and in the studio and on stage and in the moment. And it's a lot of fun, and it's been an amazing ride with mostly ups, some downs. If you're a freelance musician, you have slow times, but I've been really blessed to play with some of the greatest musicians and songwriters and singers in the world, so I'm still doing it all the time. And so to be mentioned, by the way, to be mentioned on the same night with my dear friend Jim Keltner is kind of a travesty, but I'll take it. You know, he's meant a lot to me in my life. He's been kind of a mentor and a confidant and just a good friend and someone to talk to. And he told me a long time ago, and words I still echo, if you want to do this, you got to be in it for the long haul, Bobby. So I'm still in it for the long haul, Jim, and I plan on staying in it for a long haul. So thank you very much. So I appreciate it. And enjoy the rest of the evening.